This week, our Paper 2 exam will be on an inspector calls in the Section 8. It's 45 minutes and it will be a choice of 2 questions that you will have to decide on. One of the ways that Priestley skillfully presents Sheila as an immature character is the way that she speaks to her brother. She talks about him being squiffy, which again, the use of colloquial language there shows that she's more susceptible to change and more impressionable as a younger person. However, Sheila looks even more immature when she responds to Eric by calling him an ass, showing the immature sibling rivalry, again highlighting that she's not quite grown up yet, and she is, as she is depicted in the stage directions, as very excitable, quite childish. Sheila presents a character who is dominated by patriarchy. So when Gerald proposes, Sheila says, "Is this the one you wanted me to have?" At this point, she highlights that she is more concerned about his feelings and his needs other than her own. Priestley demonstrates Sheila's internal struggle when she is suspicious about Gerald's affair. She demonstrates her doubts when she says the quote, "Except last summer when you didn't come near me." Stage directions say, half joking, half serious, which is an oxymoron, presenting Sheila as somebody who is dominated by society's constraints for women, so she's unable to speak her mind. There is an imperceptible, which means like hardly noticeable, quiet challenge to the expected subservience that women had to adhere to. Priestley is using the construct of Sheila as a tool to challenge a class system where even the upper class women are silenced and their voices are not heard. Not only that, but Sheila has an idea that Gerald has been unfaithful, or that there's something that he's not telling her. At this point in the play, she's not confident enough to challenge him. Therefore, she only hints that she thinks that there was something untoward going on. And then we move to actually what Sheila did in the whole play to Eva Smith. And we learn that it was a very petty act of jealousy that Sheila had, because Eva looked better in a dress than she did, that used her to exploit her position as an upper class woman and to get Eva Smith fired. Unlike the rest of her family, she immediately feels guilty and she says, "I felt rotten about it at the time and now I feel a lot worse." Hence, here, Priestley is showing the hope for audiences that the younger generation are more empathetic, are more open to change and to reflect on their exploitative, abusive ways. Another difference in Sheila from the beginning of the play to the end is the juxtaposition of how she talks to her mum and her dad, starting off very immaturely at the beginning with "Mummy, oh look, isn't it wonderful, isn't it a beauty?" and "Daddy," and how she moves towards the end to refer to "Mother, mother, stop, stop," when she recognises again with her very perceptive skills that her mother is condemning Eric because she doesn't realise he's the father of Eva's baby. Perhaps one of the most important points in the whole play is that the way Sheila matures and becomes the voice of the inspector, repeating his warning of, "You heard the inspector in fire and blood and anguish." And it is this that demonstrates that Sheila has taken on more of a socialist voice. Priestley is using the youth of today as a metaphor for hope for society, to show that they can change, and if they want to change coming out of post-war Britain, then they need to be more open, kind to others, and go around their day-to-day life making sure they act responsibly, which is one of the key themes in the whole play.